Hello, Maurieo Vlogs number 208, Fibre. Hello, welcome. Well, today was a lovely day this morning, and as I made my way to work, everybody was out working. It was quite noticeable that there's been a real upturn in activity around my area. So, as I was just leaving Narrawahia, I noticed that there was a lot of activity on the side of the road with guys thrusting cables, and I'm pretty sure that this is the fibre that's coming to Narrawahia, which is, I'm very pleased about fibre coming to Narrawahia, because it's going to mean my internet's going to get better. It's not going to be intermittent, it's not going to put out every time it rains, and I'm hopeful that my bandwidth will be maintained when the school holidays happen. My internet won't slow down, or weekends or things like that. And seeing we've got quite a few people, adults, sort of staying at the house, the bandwidth might be a bit better, and we can perhaps watch a movie each. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to fibre coming to Narrawahia, and in particular to my house. So so the guys were installing fibre, and then just outside Narrawahia we have a second stage of housing subdivision there, and there's quite a lot of activity there for 3 or 4 diggers sort of working, and they're getting ready. Obviously, construction season has started, and it's starting to gear up. And then down towards Horatu, there's quite a bit of activity there in the industrial zone there, as well as a different stage of the fibre going along the side of the road there as well. So then from Horatu made it down into through the established sort of industrial zone to the north of Hamilton, Maui Street, and generally along there, and then we go down Arthur Porter Drive, and there's sort of a new flurry of activity there as well, with a couple of motor vehicle dealers opening up, and various other places being built, some tilt slabs and cranes and things like that. So my drive to work is filled with quite a bit of interest, a lot of interesting activity, and it looks like things are really picking up in terms of construction and things like that, which is good. And then once I got out Arthur Porter Drive down to Wintec, there's a big sewer main going in, and one of my students is working on it, is talking about me today. So they've got all the pipes lined up beside the trench there. It's quite a few kilometres, and quite deep. And then also there's a water main as well going through. So infrastructure's pretty much gearing up in and around the area where I travel daily, which is quite interesting. It's going to obviously open up quite a lot of activity. So that's been really good, but the main bit is the fibre is coming to Narrawahia. So let's have a look at today's background, and it's this guy here. Now, obviously, he's clearly an Indian, a Sikh. This guy was born in India, but he lives in America. He was born in 1926, and as far as I know, is still going. He's about 91, and yeah. So I'd like to know who this guy is, and what his relationship is to today's theme, which is fibre. So I think it's pretty clear once you get in there that what this guy is. But yes, he's quite an influential person in his chosen field, and yeah. So what's his name, and obviously his forte and its relationship to today's theme, which is fibre, which, in case you missed it, is coming to Narrawahia, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right, so yesterday's one was not this guy at all. It was this guy here, which is this guy was Edward Bernays, and he was one of the father, I think, of PR, public relations, and spin, and putting the thing on it. And he, reading his background in Wikipedia, as is my usual go-to thing for these, he had quite an interesting background and wrote quite a few books on PR and the ability to influence people in some ways, and quite interesting when you read through it. In some cases, it would appear that he could argue both sides of the argument depending on who was paying him. So he was very good, and it is rumoured or suggested he was. In some of the reading, it suggests that he was quite a good self-promoter, and some would say a bit of a braggart. But yes, he was very good at telling people how good he was, and it sort of came out that a couple of his books were used by Goebbels during the Second World War to obviously. For nefarious means with regards to propaganda and that sort of thing during the Second World War. So yes, he was quite influential in some ways in his techniques and things that he used. Obviously these days a bit of a dark art. Just reading some of the things he did, they seem to be quite in your face and obvious sort of things, whereas today they would be very quickly exposed. But yeah, and a little bit of subliminal stuff as well. So yeah, quite an interesting character and interesting background. Lived to be 103, so clearly his wiles and skills sustained him through quite a long life, and obviously kept him going and kept him interested. So Edward Bernays, yeah, the sort of father of public relations. And so that brings us to the end of vlog number 208. And today's office is the beach batch of an American writer, Eugene O'Neill. So keeping it in the family today, Eugene O'Neill. My last name is the same spelling with the apostrophe and 2 L's. So he's an American writer, and this is, one of the places that he frequented. I don't know so much as its writing office, but somewhere where he relaxed at the beach. So that's today's office background, the office of Eugene O'Neill. So, tell us who this gentleman here is and his relationship to today's topic, and put that in the comments below. Look forward to hearing from you, and cheers. See you.